gravel bikes have exploded in popularity. But now, with the rise of e-bikes, there's a new tool in the chest. So today we're gonna tackle the big question, e-gravel bikes. Does this need to be a thing? Whether you're a retro grouch or someone that's interested in new tech, it's easy to wonder, are e-gravel bikes just another fad? Or do they actually offer something of value for adventure seekers, like us? So in this video, we'll go over the pros and cons of these bikes, see where they shine, see where they struggle, and ultimately decide, e-gravel bikes, yes or no? We got riding companion Ron Lewis and I on a mixed terrain excursion. We've got pave, gravel, and single track, and we're doing this on the Canyon Grizzle On. Same bike, two different builds. Ron, you have a take on e-gravel bikes?
I literally have no opinion whatsoever. I don't have enough experience to have formed an opinion, so this is the day to find out.
What power mode are you in?
I'm in blue. I think blue is the touring mode.
Okay.
So long and strong, kind of, you know, not gonna put you over the top, but definitely helps.
And there's 4 power modes with this setup.
Green is eco mode, blue is touring mode, purple is Nurple, and red is
Rascal. Honestly, I kind of feel like we're cheating right now. It feels amazing, but like, maybe I should go down a power notch.
I mean, one of the really interesting things will be when we get to the trails, the single track, to see how that push and pull is with very uneven terrain. That's going to be a true test.
And that reminds me that the power system we're working with is a Bosch Performance Sprint motor. It's got some gusto. In fact, it has up to 55 Newton meters of torque, which, I mean, I can't torque that high, so that's, hopefully that's a good thing. Okay, we're experimenting. We just did blue to power up the hill. Now we're shifting down to casual eco mode. Little battery conservation.
Green it on the flats, see what happens.
Whoa. Okay, so we're riding Canyon Grizzle Ons. They're carbon fiber gravel bikes, 700 by 45C tires. They're both set up with Rudy 40mm suspension forks.
The front fork definitely takes the edge off.
Ron is on a GRX mechanical, and this one is a Force Access Explore Group. And they both have this interesting leaf spring seat post, which is like suspension without the bulk. They're comfortable. Also, one thing I love, you hear that? Yeah, either do I. The motors are pretty much silent, which, thank God. No one needs to know. What I'm riding, that's my business. Here's a fascinating thing about this build. It's got Force wireless access, and the battery to control the shifting is actually the main battery of the e-bike. And I actually tested this to see if it would shift after the main battery died, and this happened. All right, when the battery totally dies, this blinks red, but your lights and your shifting, those still work. Woo! Oh, it definitely helps on the little pitches. Cool. Oh man, now I know what Tom Pitcock feels like. Oh, and I was curious how much this thing weighed. Surprised me. Okay, it's got a tool pouch on the saddle and bottle cage mounts. This thing weighs in at 35¼ pounds or 16 kilograms. All right, what do you guys think? You guys like the Prius taillights or no? I think they're kind of cool. In fact, I really like them because it's an added layer of security. You always know that there's lights on behind you.
Eco mode is great because you still got to put in the work.
Oh, it's just that perfect amount of edge off of the climb. It's still effort, but it's a massaged effort. You ever tried selling a bike online? It's like trying to sell a pet. Shipping's awkward, fees bite you in the wallet, and we're left hoping somebody's gonna give our bike the loving home it deserves. Meet Bicycle, a marketplace that actually gets cyclists. Whether you're looking to upgrade, downsize, or would just like a different two-wheeled friend, Bicycle makes it easy. Skip the stress. They handle packaging, shipping, and all the nitty-gritty logistics. Just shoot some photos, list your bike in under 3 minutes, and boom, let the offers start pouring in. They're just pouring in. And buyers get up to 70% off of retail for your dream bike. Yeah, 70%. That's like finding money in your jersey pocket after laundry day. So if you're ready to move on your next ride, hit the link down below and list your bike. Oh yeah, and for a limited time, use code Dustin to waive all seller protection fees. Your bike will be so happy it might not even care that you don't love it anymore. I don't want you losing out on other platforms that take your hard-earned cash and leave you handling the mess. Bicycle is where your bike gets its second, third, or fourth life it deserves at the best value for you. So feel free to start your next bike adventure with Bicycle, because every bike deserves a good second chance. And so do you.
One thing I'm noticing is, as opposed to a steady, sustained climb, the rate of battery draw has just almost seems like it's stopped on the single track, because you're giving a little, taking a little, giving a little, taking a little.
Yeah, and actually batteries do sustain longer if they have opportunities to shut off. Think of a light. A blinking light is gonna last longer than a sustained light. Woo! All right, 10 miles in, 2,500 feet of climbing. I'm working with 3 bars in eco mode.
I'm at 3 too, eco mode the whole time.
That's 3 out of 5. We're a little over halfway on the battery. Back in the bush.
Very superstitious.
So one thing, these bikes do weigh a little bit more than a traditional gravel bike.
But that means you're more grounded, you're more planted, you have more traction in the front end, you just like, you feel like you're riding on Velcro, you're just more planted to the terrain. It's actually a good thing on the descents.
And then a little bit of give and take, as you do lose a bit of agility. It's a little bit harder to throw the bike around, but I wouldn't say it's a total deal breaker. Plus, these are very light for gravel bikes. Sub 40 pounds, easy.
And what you may lose in natural agility, you gain in inspiration for spirited efforts, because it encourages you to kick up and give chase and just like get out of the saddle and boost up rollers in ways that acoustic bikes just don't normally do.
If you believe in the things that you don't understand, then you suffer. Superstition ain't the way.
These G1 Bites are super, super great for this, because they're super tactile, super grippy. They have like extra endurance casing, which kind of like offsets the extra weight of the E componentry very well. They're kind of like the perfect tire, like they have yet to slip out.
And interestingly, they come stock tubeless, which I thought that was a pleasant surprise. I think that adds to the tactility.
Yeah, that's to the nimble grippity.
They're superstitious. 'Cause the devil's
These wheels are fascinating. It's a DT Swiss hybrid wheel, which means it's designed for e-bikes. So a little more aggressive action. They look awesome, and they're nice and wide, which I always appreciate, making that tire look bulbously perfect and assisting in Ron's traction control. One thing to note with these bikes is in the range of performance gravel bikes, they're on the more approachable end, starting at just under 5K.
suck. You should know, these are both class 3, which means they max out at 28 miles an hour. Or
45
kilometers, which is pretty good, actually. Man, a little bit extra girth and that Rudy fork really makes for a solid descent.
Okay, Ron, after that experience, now what's your take on the e-gravel bike?
We did a big ride today. Tons of trail, tons of climbing. Not super destroyed, but still got enough. It hits a sweet spot. There's definitely a need. There's a place in the quiver for this guy, for dang sure. But they're extremely capable. It's not like a dumbed down anything. It's like an elevated experience, but you just get a little help. It lowers the barrier to entry for joyful riding.
Hey, Ron, got a Piston Pro. What do you think of the Piston Pro?
Oh, the Piston Pro is incredible. It has changed my life for the better.
Is there anything that you didn't like?
There is the range anxiety, which is unavoidable. Within the genre, there's no E-specific bike that's not going to have range anxiety. So I was trying to think about the routes and think about where is the potential for, what if it runs out here? What if it runs out there, you know?
I agree. Range anxiety is definitely a thing. We can't avoid it right now, but my eye is on the future where these things are going to have a massive range. Personally, I want to see one of these with a 200-mile range and the same weight and size. You think we'll be alive when that actually happens?
And the ride by the numbers?
3 hours, 15 minutes rolling time,
27.7 miles.
and 4,406 feet of elevation. It's a good ratio.
With 2 power bars remaining.
What do you think? Is that a good deal or a bad deal as far as battery range goes? All right, my take on the Grizzle is this thing is fun as hell, very capable, fairly light, with an approachable price point. The only thing I would change that I wish that it had was a bigger range. And that goes for all e-bikes at this point in time. And if you'd like to learn more about this Grizzle On, I'll put a link to them down below. And they're so fun. And ultimately, what's your take? E-gravel bike, yes or no? Let us know. And also, this is hilarious. I still haven't charged the battery on this head unit since before I did this trip. Yeah, trip on that. 22% right now. You'll never believe what I did before this with this.